All right, I'm Heath, and I'm here to talk to you tonight from a movie of mine where there's a quote that's it's because of the kids, and it's because of Windows, obviously. Can we start back?
Yeah, I didn't have my timer going.
Gotcha.
Rough edges, guys, rough edges.
Oh, that's fine. So we're going to talk about digital entertainment tonight, and kids, why they think differently, and why we have to have new solutions for these kids. And I really want to start with talking about why this matters to me. And for me, it's because I'm a dad. I've got a new boy on the way in October, and I've got a 2-year-old. And this 2-year-old has taught me things on the Mac, how she uses her iPhone. It's just an amazing thing to watch. Yeah, and she's a fashionista as well. But what you learn from this, when you see this, is that these kids just think differently. What they're able to do at 2, I wasn't doing until I was 20. But it matters. You don't have to be a parent for it to matter. The next big innovation is going to happen from the mind of a kid. Is it going to be, that disease that needs to be cured? Is it going to be a convenience you're going to want? But it's going to happen. Grits and a fetus. That's really all I need to say on this slide. But what it really means is that we have to have new platforms for new minds. What do we have to do to teach that what I learned didn't work? And you look at someone who has every reason to hate digital, and he doesn't. He gets it. He knows that revolutions begin and end with those in control. And even if you don't believe it, know this. An old pirate knows where the gold's at. So that's what I'm going to talk about tonight, which is, in really teaching kids, let's go after something that the media says isn't good, but it really is, which is digital entertainment. How can that be used to inspire the minds? And it really starts with this idea of great digital entertainment is all about allowing kids to believe in themselves. You take Poe and Kung Fu Panda, and the whole story is about it's you. And a great game is all about you. It's how you are learning. It's the choices you make. This is the type of stuff that keeps kids kind of moving on. And then we look at on-demand learning. With on-demand learning, this idea of play a game like Civilization, where you learn to be an engineer. You learn to be a leader. You learn what brings societies up and what takes societies down. But the big thing with digital entertainment is it's got to be fun. So much of this is hitting people over the head, and what you really have to understand is kids want to be part of an adventure. And if you can take them into this adventure, you can start to do what video games do best, and that's really begin to look at kind of the level up. Something like Zelda, where you learn that hard work, you learn that experience. The more you play, the more you have the chance of winning the game. And if that's not kind of a story for life, or that's not somebody you want on your kickball team, I don't know who is. Enlightenment. Big idea, but you got to earn it. Too many times they want to hit you over the head with a message. And here's the opportunity to say, great stories actually can and earn their message. You look at what Wally did. And we'll talk about what girls are doing now because we're 15 seconds. Girls matter. 40% of girls are gamers. Another 20% are men pretending to be women online. That's a different presentation. From the princes on, if you're an adult, imagination. Jump right in. I looked at my girl, Raquel and I watched Yo Gabba Gabba the other day, and to see Jack Black be able to jump into this thing, though, and understand that, he treated it real. And that was the greatest thing of this, and you learn that. Your devices. Toy sharing is for everyone. Let them play with your computer. Let them play with your iPhone. They're going to teach you things on your iPhone that you had no idea. I'm still to this day, my 2-year-old will show me shortcuts that I wish I knew. It's more than thinking. You got free-range fitness, as we call it. The Wii, swinging your hands around like mad. But look at something like the Wii board, where I played it the other day and told me I was a 59-year-old man, and when I was done, I actually felt like I was about 65. It's a very, very, very hard thing. But let's not forget mindless fun. Games don't have to always be educational. You can look at things like just Twitch games, teaching you coordination, teaching you memory. These are the balances that you use in digital entertainment when you're making it. And then finally, you look at something like teamwork. Some of the best games out there are all about you can't do it by yourself. You've got to win, you have to join in with someone else. And that's something I think you can take into the real world. And then I think, in this room, obviously everyone in this room probably believes in digital. But how do you help kids? One of the problems you have today is that too many people want to say, oh, that's perfect. Well, if it's perfect on level 1, how do kids get to level 10? And I take you back to 1966, when a lady named Joan wrote a paper who was saying that television and entertainment and education could all go together. And they thought she was a nut. Well, that ended up being Sesame Street. And guess what she is focusing on today? Digital entertainment. So I'm Heath Wilkes. Feel free to follow me, ignore me, or make fun of me at heathwilkes.com. And everyone have a great night.